All right. Hey, it's Rory again. I'm actually gonna just go as I feel with this. I always follow my gut. I've started making this page, which you guys have linked, literally right above this video, right? And this is something I do now. I'm actually creating this as a page with info, and I could create it as a Word doc. I could create it as a Google doc. I could create it in a lot of different ways. But what I'm doing here is I'm just adding this to a page that you guys can have access to. It's the same thing. If you were to create a page like this and you had it on your PBS, just make sure that you put it in draft mode and don't access it until you need it, and don't let it be a published page because it will be, odds are it'll be copied from other things, right? And we don't want to have plagiarism. You don't want to be seen as taking other people's content and putting it on your site. That's why you want to modify everything. But I'm just putting a disclaimer out. But what I'm going to do is, like, I got a link to charcuterie boards here, and that's what I would do, is just link to information so I can pull it. And you guys, before I make these modifications on these next pages, I actually just want to go look and give you guys a bunch of wine information, right? And I'm just typing weird things out there I've never done before, but this gives me fine wine. I just typed it out because I use the words fine wine because that's what it means to me, right? So I'm just going to copy this and add it to that sheet. And what I'm going to show you is, like, getting sentences and things to say that you can, like, drive from to create these pages is literally unlimited, okay? Um, I'm going to grab this right here. This is all great stuff. And um, especially when you don't know much about wine, this is a really good, helpful thing. And this is something that, as I work with more and more students, comes up. I'm just reading this. Like, you guys are seeing this done live. I didn't even practice this. There is literally so much out there about wine. It's really easy to find. Um, I'm just putting this all here. I mean, look, I'm just gathering information on fine wine. I mean, I just went down that rabbit hole, right? As I call it, and see what else comes in there. And the reason why I did this is we already have a page that's called Fine Wines, and that's the typical thing. So, like, if I go to Google, actually, let me grab some more of these really quick. I actually like this. I just started reading it. This is actually a really good article. I am going to grab it all. Copy. Paste. And I just made this like another reference point. When you guys click on this above this video, you'll have a lot of other things in here as I add it. And sometimes just gathering information and then reading it and then making it part of your own. I've already read this whole thing that quick. You guys could take your time and go through it. You could just talk about this and reword it, or reword part of this, or take a little bit out of this, take a little bit out of something else. Just really mix it up. If you don't know much, you can just blend. There's almost no wrong way to do it because we're all working together. I'll explain that more in trainings, but there's really almost nothing you could do wrong, right? Let me close that off. I already did the Wine and Dine show for you guys before. Let's look at this. This is a story. I just found another link. I'm going to go there. No, I'm not interested in that anymore. I want to back out into the rabbit hole here, and I'm just going to do a search on the very top. So fine wines or fine wine is a keyword that we all work on, and we do it in our marketing stuff as well. So I come here to fine wines, and I'm going to tell you, people definitely search for it. There's 97,300,000 results on fine wines, and wine.com is advertising right here, and then wineinvestment.com. And I'll go to the bottom. I'm going to find more ads. Okay, it's definitely a high limit site, right? And what I'm going to tell you, it's something that's definitely out there, and we're going to be working on this as a whole to kind of be in these keywords, key phrases. And there's great images for them. There's everything else. I'm going to go to page 2 and just see. From time to time, I see our students in here. It's we're fighting for this, but the longer we do this, the more our articles are out there, the more we market the organics, which doesn't say ad buy them. These are paid to be here, right? But it's also good to see what they write on the ads, and it's also good to see what's on the number 1. So I'm going to go to the top. This is page 2 of a gazillion results, right? And right here, there's weekly wine tasting every Saturday. This is Mora's Fine Wine and Shops. I'm just going to look at her. She's number 1 in my search for page 2, and not a bad looking site. We've seen a lot of things similar to that, and she's pulling this up based on her content that's in here, and also how much traffic she gets, right? And they only ship to Alaska, California, Nevada, New Mexico, New York, and Virginia. That's the only places they ship to, for whatever reason. It's just good to look at this stuff, and they sell all sorts of stuff. It's probably why they can only ship there, because they're shipping liquor too. And it's a fine wine and spirits, right? But because fine wine is in their actual logo, creed is tied up that way. So you could literally make it, your name, fine wines. You could do anything you want with that and make a separate page, but just keep the, for marketing purposes, I want you guys to be really particular about keeping the main ones we create. Like, I'm here and I'm going to show you, like, we have Wine Magic. You can make other ones all you want. Just stick with these main ones, because the way we market and tie stuff in, like these / like Australia and Canada, I wouldn't change those. But if you want to make a different one, make a different one. Add an additional page. So, one of the things we change to is I only give you a few to modify. And I want you to make your own, because it's just the best when you make them yourself. But this at least gets you done, gets you, modifying and learning and whatnot. And again, this page I'm creating here is just content to help pull from. You're going to see me pull from these when we do the ads. So I just did the fine wines content. I'm also going to go here to, I'm looking at hers, and I'm going to look for some different information she has. She's just been out there for a long time. That's why she's on there. I was looking at the date. I mean, Mora Wines. I could do a poll. I'm gonna come here. I'm gonna show you a trick. Okay. I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna right click. I'm gonna go to View Page Source. Okay. And I'm just gonna look in here for keyword stuff and the stuff that they throw in. And she's got all these different things in here. She's using WooCommerce. Which just lets you know, like, she's just using a shopping cart that ties to WordPress. So we're all using a lot of the similar tools, that way. And she's just been out here longer. I'll show you what I'm looking for. This is a little bit higher tech, but it's not hard. You guys saw me. I hit right click, view source, and what I look in here is I'm going to be looking for various keywords or stuff that they say, and I just look at it, right? Upcoming tastings, events. This is fine wines, right? And they're tying it with wine specials. So I'm just getting kind of a feel, like, wow, okay, I see what she did on here. She's talking about sparkling wine, different things. That's what she's selling. All these different words, the different types of wines. Okay, that's interesting. I could tie in an article, and I could include that in an article. So I'm going to go make a note for everybody here. Look to add in varietals and talk about them. offer page. I'm pretty sure I spelled that right. Yeah, pretty sure. So I'm looking here, and I'm not seeing a lot of different things, but I might, right? So I'm just looking. You guys see me go back and forth. And I'm looking here. Gift baskets, bottled gift baskets, okay. Hold on. There's some C's in there. There you go. If you're a VIP and you're being trained on how to use Amazon, great place to tie that in. I can show you that more and more. You know, I look at all the blogging that I've done over the years for wine, and it's been a fun one. By all means. Yes, I'm not near the bottom yet. I'm looking for specific things in the source. And I didn't, again, you guys, I'm doing this live. I didn't already know it was here. I'm just showing you I look for it. So they got to talk about French wine. Obviously, we're Napa, Sonoma Valley mainly. So Fortified, they cover everything. But every now and then I look for certain things they talk about, and I want to just emulate it. So right here, show some of her stuff. Enhanced e-commerce. Okay, not seeing anything. So I'm going to go ahead and close that. I'm back here. And wine and spirits events, more than wine. No problem. I'm going to back out. We're going to leave this rabbit hole. We're going to go to Key West Fine and Wines. I've been there several times. I didn't know they even made wine there, but see. Oh, they're from all over. Okay. And they're on there too. Okay, so I'm going to copy this right here. I'll show you why. I just got an idea, and there's a lot more varietals to put in here. So they actually put the names, the ones they carry, which is great. There's a wine sales shop, right? And I'll tell you, e-commerce or selling wine online is very competitive. There's a lot of things out there, and we have some very amazing ways to do it. And I'm going to just grab this. You know, they're just a website just selling wines, right? We just have a better story. So we just got to tell it, though, right? I'm going to pull up a couple other ones and just look. And I'm just gathering information, guys. Just gathering information that I'm going to make available to kind of stir up the mind, change things up. I'm going to try to treat this as if I don't know much about wine, because that's the common denominator with new students coming in. And believe it or not, the more you drink, the more you're going to learn. The more you're around it, the more you're going to learn. But we want to get the blogs out there and get things done. And the way that we all write our different backgrounds is what makes it different and unique, but together strong. All right, so I'm going to come look at here. I'm going to back out. Actually, I'm going to go to wine clubs. I just saw that in the corner of my eye. And let's look at it. I want verbiage, right? They have a blog. I'm going to go check it out. And these are just people that are already on the top page, the page 1, page 2. Yeah, not interested in that stuff so much. Just realize it's competitive, right? And we're on Fine Wines, right? It's go to Google, and I'm gonna go Fine Wine. Drop the E, drop the S. Again, ads. Fleming's brings stuff up. All this stuff brings up. I got local stuff because I'm here in Utah, and these are all Salt Lake. So this is like what comes up for me, like on a localized search. We want to look at other ones. Wow, that's interesting. Naked Wines is a competitive wine club, right? And I can tell you from personally being on their list for years, they don't have anything really special, in my opinion. They're everywhere. They're very competitive for us in Australia. It's like one of our main competitors. And I just got to tell you, if we just take our Napa and Sonoma Valley wines to Australia, we're going to dominate once people try it, right? We still got to get it out there. That being said, they're just listening here because of Fine Wine. They get a lot of traffic because they've been out for a while. And the pandemic, you guys, we're shipping all the time. We just have things set up differently. But I'm going to go back here. All right. This is a lot. I can always come back and get more. I do want to get some more though. Hold on. I'm going to come here. I'm going to go and wine and food pairings. And the reason being is we do a lot with this, right? And look, there's an ad. But look, wine and food pairings, I'm already telling you, is a great keyword. I'll put it near the bottom. Ads mean paid. So many paid ads. I mean, look at that. There's one on the top. So when I look at a keyword, this is a keyword, wine and food pairings. There's one ad on the top, probably one on the bottom, and maybe not even. Yep, one on the bottom, two on the bottom, three. Okay, three on the bottom. They're the lower ones, lower cost. And 84095, blog food and wine. Yeah, these are almost regional. That's good to know. But that's a great sign that there's only one on the top. Look at this. There's 24 million results, and there's just an ad there. This is definitely a wine and food pairings, definitely a keyword to build on. So I would make another page on that, make that the keyword, but not have it be the fine wines. Like a lot of pages we make don't need to be in the index or the category. They just need to be pages we have that we market to that brings people in. So I'm going to come right here and what wines go with good with foods. I'm just going to grab this. These are all ideas to write with. And you guys are seeing I'm just grabbing out the web just to get content so I can read about it and give myself an idea of what to write on, where to go with it, right? What dinner goes good with wine. There we go. I mean, I could write in my own words, right? What goes here, what goes with cheese. And I love cheese and wine. It's just amazing. What do you eat Pinot Noir with? I'm going to hit update, and we're going to call this good. I just did a bunch of research, and I could go different directions. You know, if you're looking to write on stuff like, here, watch, benefits of a wine club. Okay, this is a great keyword by itself. I'll show you. 73 million results for benefits of a wine club. Just saying, it's a lot. And there's an ad, there's two on the top and 1, 2, 3 on the bottom. Pretty full. So yeah, it's gonna be tough to get on the front page, but it's still a great one. And so I'm gonna come here. Oops. I want this right there. That's actually a really good verbiage. Something good we can twist into our own. It's not, whether I'm selling marketing wine or anything else, it's not hard to find stuff online. So much out there. And sometimes we have to be creative and create it all. No, just go get ideas, get inspirations from anything that's out there. I'm just building this content page, and I could literally go on it forever. And it just gives me just a focal point to look at or to dive into or to go in a direction. How do I start a successful wine club? Interesting. And these are like competitive places. Wink comes on here, which is like, oh my gosh, if you want to have like really awful wine, some of these ones that are really cheap, just remember you get what you get. Like, it's just amazing. Um, I got a kick out of some of this stuff with Costco. Um, let's see. And I'm going to grab this, and I'm going to bring it up here because the reason I am is you got Wink, right? You guys, I don't know if you guys realize this, but we're like one of the largest wine of the month clubs already, and getting bigger. We just know how to market differently. Also, we are literally doing something that no other wine club does, and it's something we should reference as much as we can, right? What's the benefits of our wine club? In fact, they're so strong. I'm going to add them right here. So, what are the benefits of Wine Ambassador versus other wine of the month clubs? And basically, okay, and I'm gonna start typing this stuff out, and then this will probably close us off. And you guys just get to hear me talk and go through this, which I think is really great. I like this color, so we'll use it. Um, so we literally have winemakers. Let's put Rory, Tanya, Peter. Oops. So there's just some highlights to utilize when you're writing about the wine club. And obviously you want to word it in your own way because, we got a lot of people that will be using this. Yeah, that's what I wanted right there. So I just put, some different, phrases, some things in there you guys can utilize as you write. I'm going to go ahead and hit update on this. And I'm going to go ahead and hit preview changes. So when you guys click on it, there's just stuff to come, kind of look and pull on, right? So it just keeps going down. This is just content. And if you guys see more on here when you look at it, it's because I added more. But this will give me a lot of stuff to pull on when we go modify these pages. And we're not going to modify a lot of pages. We're going to modify 4 different pages, right? So I'll use this as a reference point. So I'm going to go ahead and keep this here. I'm going to get rid of the edit. I'm going to consider that done for now because I could edit forever. It's just adding content. And this is more or less to teach you guys there's ways to gather information on different topics. We focus on anchor offers. And when you focus on anchor offers, sometimes you might create, several pages. We have students that have well over 100 pages, different offer pages on wine alone. The keywords for wine, the food pairings you can write on, the different, oh my gosh, it's endless, the possibilities. And the more, the better. But while you're getting built and set up, we want to start out with just a few. All right. I'll see you guys in the next training. Bye for now. We're going to have some fun next.